Every morning I make myself a breakfast smoothie. The only issue is I've run out of all of the stuff, and I have been run out for like a week just because of midterms. So this morning I was like, I'm gonna go and get the stuff to make my smoothie and have that for breakfast. Though granted it's 1 p.m. So midterms ended yesterday. You see, the thing with Berkeley is midterms don't just last for like 1 week. I think they started 1.5 months ago, and then every week since I've had some big test or project or something due. Like, it just does not stop. I am sure if you compare my face now to my face when I first started, it's going to be completely different. And just the way it's gone this semester so far, I've been thinking a lot about college burnout. Okay, no. Before I get to that, I should really finish my breakfast, which is in a way my lunch, and also, yeah, I should really clean my room too. Okay, I'm back. So as college students, we're super busy all the time. So everything comes down to just proper time management. But here's the secret about time management. It's not about time. This requires some diagrams. Okay, so this is one day. Obviously, for most of the day, like probably you're sleeping. So then becomes an issue of what do you do in this time you have in between. As college students, what do? We don't really spend that much time eating, but we just fill all of this time with like activities. So we'll have like classes, probably in the middle of that do some studying, and after that we have some weird inclination to just cram it with like clubs and activities and stuff. So all of this becomes clubs and activities, and then we probably add some like socializing as well. Okay, but you know how I said it's not about time? Well, that's because it's about something completely different. It's about energy. I can draw below this like a graph of energy. And stuff like sleep, I guess you're like regaining your energy and it goes back up. And in the beginning of the day, hopefully you're at your most energetic. Then classes, well, classes happen and then it takes a dip. And then I guess you have lunch, which kind of brings it up a bit. But then you do all of this stuff, which is like activities and classes and stuff. And then it takes even more of a dip. And then you do some socializing, and obviously socializing is fun, but depending on how hard you're going, I guess that can be tiring too, which means your energy takes even more of a dip. So it's possible by the end of the day to be like completely out of energy, like completely gone. And the problem is it's often pretty hard to notice. See, when I first showed up here after like 1.5 years almost of like living in COVID Singapore with extreme lockdowns and everyone leaving, I was really happy to finally socialize. And so I was meeting like new people every single day and going out for lunch and going to SF like every weekend. And maybe it's because of the initial excitement, but I didn't even realize that I was really tiring myself out. And so I would wake up sometimes on a Monday morning and it would be difficult to get out of bed. So the other thing that I realized is that the energy thing, it doesn't only operate in the time frame of days. Let me explain. Okay, let's do this thing again. Let's say this is how much you're pushing yourself. And then this axis could be like recovery time. Now here's what we think, or at least what I thought initially. I thought that if you push yourself like a certain amount, like this much, then it would take like this much time to recover. But if you push yourself twice as much, like it's linear. If you push yourself twice as much, it'll take twice as long to recover. The issue is, this is not how it works at all. See, because at least in my experience, initially it's pretty good. Like you can push yourself and you can recover like pretty easily from stuff. But after a point, which I'm going to call like the burnout line, after this point, every additional bit you push yourself gives like exponentially more time to recover. Which means if you're at your limit and then you push yourself for one more day, it might take 2 days to recover. But if you push yourself for like 2 days, it might take 3 days or even 4 days to recover. See, there's a solution, but the solution's kind of sucky. If we need to preserve our energy, we just need to learn how to say no to more things. The problem then becomes, how do you know what to do and what not to do? And I think a big part of it is opportunity cost. See, you're letting go a bunch of opportunities so that you can do really well in a few of them. And I think this is why it's super important that you need to really try and figure out what is important to you and what isn't, and then really optimize for the things that are important for you. So yeah, I mean, it's something I'm still figuring out, but hopefully something that I'll get better with over time.